to share few of my thought process while today is being celebrated as the Women's Day celebration, and we as women have come a very long way. Be it from the Industrial Revolution, what is the kind of the strides that we have taken, and a lot of mountain peaks that we are yet to climb has got a long way to go. While I wear two different hats, one is a corporate hat and one is an academic entrepreneurial hat as a typical businesswoman and also a life coach, I have witnessed quite a lot of aspects around particularly women, and when I get this opportunity, not taking too very long a time, but I will call it probably as a magnificent 5 manifesto pointers, to just raise your reflection on how as women can we go ahead to even thrive in all the years to come, and what is our typical stereotypes part of it, and what really makes us different when it comes to the kind of a gender equity, and why is Women's Day being celebrated at such a high magnitude. While we are not in the competition with men, and it is not about the gender equality, probably that gender equality is definitely a myth. Why do I say that is, we are only striving for an equity, not equality. And that makes a lot of difference. But what is that we are trying to also do is, while I would want to say that it is not about competition, it is not about comparison, it is not about being critical about it. But the fact is, I will look forward and say that, is there something that I can reflect as a woman that can I go ahead to look forward and introspect myself as a part of my behaviors so that I can have the seat in the table and turn the tables around as well. While I look out these experiences of mine in all these past 40 springs across, it also gives me that kind of a very nostalgic moment to reflect, is there something that women can really go ahead to make a difference? While I go ahead, these are my personal experiences where I have witnessed, and the very first thing that I would want to call over every woman sitting over here, my dear friends, is let go of your validation syndrome. This is something which is very important. All of us were injected right from our childhood to say that, oh, am I looking really beautiful? Did I do a really good job? Did I goof up anywhere? Did I commit any mistakes? We constantly need this validation from the other person. Taking feedback is something different, but taking a validation is totally a different ballgame altogether. It says that, are you sure that what you're doing is a questionable when you look for a validation, when you look for an endorsement instead of a feedback? That makes a lot of difference. My dear friends, please let go of that validation syndrome within all of us. You are grown to be, you are born to be somebody who is absolutely magnificent, and you need not have to get any validation that you are looking beautiful, you have done a great job, you gave a brilliant presentation, you were absolutely wonderful. You don't need that, because that confidence within you sparks and ignites the entire environment around you, that you just need to go ahead, ask for the right person only for how did it go, what is your opinion about it, and not get a validation to say that did I goof up somewhere. So which means that you are lacking the confidence within yourself and you're sure and declared that you have done something. So this is something all of us are injected right from the beginning, somehow or the other. It has been within our DNA. So let go of that, the very first point. The second point is grow beyond beautiful, which is brilliance. In years to come, all of us are beautiful, no doubt about it. It is pretty skin deep. But most of the occasion, women is being synonymous for being fair, being beautiful, being lovely, and being wonderful. Great, absolutely. All of us are absolutely beautiful. But the first parameter for the attention is not physical beauty, but it is about the wisdom. It is about the intellect. It is about the thought process. It is about your decision. It's about personality. It's about your character. This is something which is very, very important. Let go of the kind of beauty on the beautiful and get on to the brilliance and being bold around it. Growing beyond beautiful is brilliant, and this is something that each one of us will have to carry ourselves, because looking beautiful is inherent within you, but you need not have to keep that as the very primary parameter to get the attention. There are so many other factors which can actually get you the attention for years to come, and focus on those parameters to say, I will grow beyond being beautiful, be bold and be brilliant. And that is something which actually carries forward lot stronger than just attributing to the physical beauty of that. And this is something which is important. The third aspect as a manifesto that I would want to share with you is, you will be surprised, speak less, connect more. All women, all of us are stereotyped to be called as talkative. So I think this is something which we will all have to hold on to. While we are great conversationalists, no iota of doubt in it. But can we focus on connecting more to have a great empathy and also the kind of the consideration and also have great listening skills, rather than being stereotyped as somebody who's very talkative? So take a pause, reflect yourself. Is there a return on investment on what am I really looking forward for? What is the takeaway with this particular conversation? What am I trying to gain out of this? And across the table, there are so many business women, entrepreneurs, working professionals, corporate citizens. You are all in an assorted variety. And you are stereotyped saying that, okay, they are very, very talkative about it. Of course, it's very inherent within us. No second thoughts. But it is a very conscious decision to say that whenever I speak, I want people to hear that. And that is where you create that magnitude for yourself and the magnanimity for yourself. This is something that all of us will have to make a very conscious decision, my dear friends. Having said that, the very fourth is something which is speak beyond yourselves. Women have this kind of habit, or she is habituated to go around the circumference of speaking about she, herself, and the things around her. Nothing wrong in it, but you will have to apply filters. Whom am I talking when it comes to speaking, and what topics am I actually talking? And what is the kind of the attributes that they are perceiving about me, and what kind of an opinion am I building about to this particular person? Because what you talk is directly proportional to what you're thinking, and what you're thinking is absolutely the reflection of your attitude and your mindset. This is how the entire funnel goes through. With that, it is important for us to understand that whenever you get an opportunity, because you are all, we are all working professionals, we will all have to get beyond the circumference of I, me, myself, my family, the place that I come, the college that I studied, what are my whims and fancies, what are my hobbies. Get out of that. Speak about global warming, speak about social justice, speak about inclusion and the diversity. These are the topics that you will all have to be a change makers for and the trailblazers for. So speak beyond ourselves, particularly women, is extremely important, because your progression, your perception as you as a leader does matter with the stuff that we talk, and it matters. So this is where you grow beyond yourself. At last but not the least, well, this is something which you will be surprised for. Don't showcase your emotions. All women are vulnerable. We are tagged to be vulnerable, but on the contrary, nature has made us so powerful that you really cannot beat the women. The way that she endures the pain that she undergoes in a lot many occasions of her life, including a monthly menstrual cycle as well, my dear friends. It's not easy job, trust me about it. While we do that, the endurance of the pain, physically, psychologically, socially, cognitively, spiritually, morally, expectation, the pressure, every parameter that she undergoes, it has made her emotions really very thin line in between. The way that she showcases herself, and scientifically, biologically, physiologically also, some of them, if at all you did not know, the tear glands in a woman's body is twice to that of the men's body. So this is biology. So obviously, even when I watch a movie which is very sentimental, which is very emotional, I connect to the characters, I connect to the story, and obviously I trigger myself with emotions. I'm not saying that the emotions are bad. Absolutely, emotions are great, and we are supposed to be self-aware, we are supposed to be mindful. But all I'm calling for is, when you are in a professional setup, be conscious to showcase your emotions and don't get tagged as very emotional, being very sentimental, being very vulnerable. And I don't think so she is as strong as she can handle a team of around 100 people. That is where I'm calling out for. So emotions are perceived to be vulnerable. On the contrary, emotions are something which are extremely strong enough, and we need guts to express. And we are very expressive. As women, we are very expressive. All I'm calling for is, apply filters when you're showcasing your emotions anywhere and everywhere, and be aware about the environment that you are coming from. These are some things that I have personally witnessed, and this is something which also has worked as a deterrent to women folks as well, in both the professional setup and also on the personal front as well, to a very great extent. What am I trying to do by exchanging and sharing these particular thoughts, my dear friends, is I just want you to break these conventions and break these stereotypes. That's all is what I'm calling for. And as a woman, I do understand where are we coming from, and I do understand the struggles when it comes to the working professionals, and the strive and the strides that we undergo for every step that we would want to come up with. The expectations from ourselves is 10x times compared to the other gender, because we have our own expectations skyrocketed to a very great extent, because right from the beginning, we were only told to reach the expectations of the other person, and we have been ingrained with it. Well, we have done that. There is nothing wrong in it as well. But it is the time that we reflect on these things, break those stereotypes, listen to yourself, reflect the things as a part of your behavior, be brave, be bold, and be brilliant. Let us stand with that kind of a courage, conviction, and a beautiful combination of compassion as well. A very, very happy Women's Day to each one of you. Thank you so very much for giving me this opportunity to share a couple of my thought process over here. I hope that the evening will be as pleasant as it can be, and congratulations to every individual who's been awarded this evening. Pleasure to be here, and have a brilliant evening to all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Pratima Jagadeesh. I believe what she said is very inherent to all the women out here as well as to the men. They say behind every successful man is a... I can't hear you. Behind every successful man is a... Woman. Then who's behind every successful woman? Anybody knows? It is she herself.